Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Played with Meg and Mike. We are going to be talking today with the most recent person voted out of Survivor Hamilton, Old Meets New, who unfortunately, for us and for all the ladies out there, is Damien. I'm going to stop presenting now. Damien, how's it going? How you feeling, bud?
I'm feeling mixed feelings, so part of me is a little disappointed to be out of the game, but I know there's people in my life that'll appreciate that I'm not playing the game anymore.
Damien,
Right,
what happened?
Go ahead.
What happened? I think the reason why I was voted out tonight was because I had a slow start to the game, which affected Mike's infamous ranking system, which really I wasn't a big fan of. So
That's okay. You should perform better in challenges, and then you'd probably like it.
I think it doesn't portray everything correctly, but that's okay.
Well, and it shouldn't be. It's at the end of the day, the challenges are an indicator, but they're not the indicator. The most important thing is the trust and is the alliances, right? Because if you guys didn't end up with having the numbers on your side today, right? And that I don't think had to do as much with the challenges as it did with alliances being formed, right?
That part of the game is like I wish them all good luck in the rest of the game because this was wild, So, but the last few tribal councils everything's been perfect for you.
Yeah, that's right, for the producers and the viewers.
My watching your smile while you're asking people questions is you need to be like the guy on Home Improvement where like you cover your face so you can't because we can see. I can see anyways your face. I had a feeling this might happen tonight.
Damien, how does the team feel about Mike Hamilton right now? Do you think are you at the point yet where you're like, Mike Hamilton is a sociopath, I can't believe he's doing this to us? Because that happens.
Yeah, it's just a social experiment for him. No, we don't. Nobody is upset at Mike. It was just more the fact that we kept losing every challenge, right? And I don't think it's going to get any easier, like I said in the last video, because they're just going to keep sitting out the weakest players, and it's going to be tough.
Yeah, no, you're completely right, and it was kind of this trade-off where when I started the idea of this season, I kind of figured that the returning tribe would kind of dominate the challenges early, and I was okay with that. But now that it's happening, I kind of feel a little bit bad. And I could have had everybody still need to answer, right? And that kind of puts the tribe with the most people at a disadvantage. And I actually did that last season. But I made it so they could have, because it was going to be so many days of the week this week, I wanted to give people the reward of being able to sit out if they were to win the challenges, because that kind of is a nice advantage for them as well, to spend time with their families, except it hasn't really helped you guys at all. So I completely understand that. How much talk was there of the idol?
There was a little talk of the idol, but I just think there's a lot of deceit and lying that people are playing. So
we're not getting that honest game that we were promised last week.
There's zero honesty in this game. I think I was too honest, maybe, and that maybe exited me too. I don't know. Whatever.
It was funny. I was thinking as I was talking to some people today, and as the votes started rolling in, that is like everybody gave Wayne such a hard time, right? And then now, 2 days later, it's like everybody is saying, "Oh no, and now I've had to lie for the first time, or now I'm having to be a bit more deceitful." And it's like, yeah, no shit. That's what Wayne had to do last week because he was in trouble.
Yeah, it's it's not that Wayne did anything wrong either. It's just now everything is. I can't wait for next week's. Well, sorry, what are we on? I can't wait for Saturday's video.
So,
do you get what I said?
You had obviously Yeah. So you had votes with you on this side. So is it fair to say that you were working with the family for most of the game?
Yeah, I was included in that, and then today was a little bit of a. I knew there was. I had the spidey sense going on in my mind that something might be happening. You probably saw my face even when I knew it was. You could see I was just smiling the whole time then because I knew it was coming.
When it came down to the tie, did you think it was going to be you or April?
No, I know it was going to be me. I was like, why would they even vote against April? Those people that voted against April, that was probably the worst thing that they could have done. She's really good at all the challenges and is always attentive, right? So that would be.
Well, she's last place in the rankings right now, so.
Yeah, I can't wait till the ranking comes out, and then there's all those 6 people that got it wrong, and then I'm ahead of them. These flawed rankings.
Well, you know what? I think, yeah, we can talk about it. We can do a debrief on the rankings another time, but for sure, I can understand how that can play a factor. But that's pretty standard for a lot of people in your tribe. There's a lot of people who are kind of down at the bottom there, and I don't think that would have singled you out too much.
It is. That is exactly what it was. It is what it is, because the way it works, your rankings, it was not by time. It was just by the place it is. So in our group, there was no one was really killing any challenges or anything. We're all in the group chat, but some people are waiting for more confirmation than other players. And it's coming down to within seconds of everyone putting it in. And then that's, and last time we did it, last challenge, 6 people didn't wait for confirmation. And that's why that time those people got it wrong.
Well, and all those people got 26th place, right? And so that pushed them all down way more than it really helped everybody else. But I completely understand. The rankings probably make more sense for the individual portion of the game than they do for the tribe portion, where not everybody, where people are going to wait, like you said, for confirmation, and that's actually a good thing that you're waiting because you're going to get more likely to get the answer right. I just know how competitive the other group is, especially from last year too, and so. We had some discussions about how to do the rankings this year, and this was kind of seemed like the way to do it because I knew how competitive they would be, but it certainly painted you guys in a negative light, which doesn't help.
It's my own fault, though. It's my own fault.
Well, also this game is important to remember is fake and based on nothing. So sometimes it can be something as random. You just have to pick a thing. Like I didn't like the text that guy sent me this week, or he's lowest on the rankings, and that's what makes you the guy.
Yeah, it is what it is. I don't want to talk about the rankings anymore.
So what was the plan? The plan was to vote for Sasha. Why did you guys target Sasha this week?
It was just I don't want it to give. Should I tell the deep dark secrets or no?
Well, I would say just from your perspective, like don't.
There's no
try to be careful not to spoil anyone's game. Yeah.
There was no. I can't even tell you what happened and why. Like it was just deceit.
Yeah.
Lies. No trust.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see any of those people in my real life.
Good.
Yeah.
That's not what we want to hear.
Other than your dad or Ian.
What was it like working with Jimbo and that group?
Oh, it was fun because I haven't talked to him in forever, right? And hanging out with you and Graham so much when we were younger, and even it was just fun, right? Him and I had a good time playing together, so it was nice reconnecting, right? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Is there anything you would do differently, specifically if you were playing again?
Yeah, I would have had a better start to the game, right? Like I didn't help myself when I first I wasn't really committed when I first started, and I was kind of joking around a little much, but if I had a better start, then I'm sure I probably would have lasted longer. But I fell in love with the game once I started playing. But it was just I started too late, right? So at least I got a new laptop now.
Oh, that's good. Congratulations. Right. Who do you want to see voted off your tribe next?
Voted off my tribe next. How would I say I don't want to see Jim voted off next?
That's not what I asked.
Yeah, who do you think deserves to be voted out next, or would you like to join you on the losers club?
Okay, then if I have to have someone join me, then I got to be your dad to join me then.
No, so you don't want him voted out, but you do.
Well, if he's going to be with me, then yeah, why not?
Okay, so who do you want to see win the game?
Oh, I would say, can I pick a couple people?
Sure.
Yeah.
There's no rules. This game's
I know Cowan's really, really good at games. Mike and I used to play a lot of games with Cowan, playing Settlers way back when. I think he'll do well, like, if he doesn't shoot himself in the foot. And I think I'd like to see Chelsea win too, because she's really into the game and supports you and does a lot for you. So I think it would be good if she won.
Good answer.
Can't disagree there, but I love that this is not really people will still think that I have control over that type of thing, but I just like to see what you guys all do given each scenario, and each week is different. Like, what do you think? Like, what do you think the future has in store for your tribe for Navala? You think they're just going to continue to kind of crumble and fight at each other, or think they can come together?
I don't. I think that Cobra's the odds-on favorite. Probably someone off that tribe probably is like 50-1 for Navala to win the game, right? Just because they're probably, unless you pull something drastic out of your hat, wink, wink, then they're going to have a hard time staying afloat, because you can't merge with one person.
Do you think that you deserved to get votes and to go home today at all, given what you kind of said about the poor start, or do you think that it was kind of unfair and shitty that you're here?
No, I think it's fair. It's my own fault for not starting, right? But I thought I played the game well, but if I would have started better, I don't think I would be here right now. But it is what it is.
Right. Have you seen? Like, does it feel, 'cause a little bit from the outside, it feels like there's kind of like the group that you were in, and then there's kind of a group that's forming around Ruth and Sasha and that group. Is that pretty accurate, at least for this part where we're at in the game right now?
It was, but it's not. Like, that's their whole. They're all of them are. Dave said it best. If he doesn't, whatever happens tonight, if it doesn't happen the way it's going to happen, then it's to the drawing board for everyone, and they're all just now going to be. It's going to be interesting. It's
Yeah.
So there's nothing anyone's going to be able to say. No one's going to trust anybody. Literally.
That's what we like to hear.
Like, I had genuine conversations with people for like 15, 20 minutes, multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, why would you even take that call or have that conversation or whatever for like multiple times if you were just gonna lie?
Right. And so, do you still stand by the fact that you haven't had to lie in the game at all? You didn't have to lie at all?
No, I didn't lie. I thought I built good connections and trust, but obviously not.
Well, hey, I'm surprised to see you here. Like, obviously, when the votes started coming in, I knew something was up, but I just mean, like, I didn't know coming into today from the previous days that you were going to be the one getting votes or the one ultimately going home. So it's another big surprise, I think, for us. On the other side.
I told my group I thought I was going to get votes today, so I thought everything was in check. But obviously, and to see April's name there too, it makes no sense. So who knows what people are telling people or what they're creating in people's minds or paranoia, but
right.
It's definitely paranoia is there for people.
Anything you want to tell your tribe or anyone else who would come and play the game in terms of how to come in and do a good job from the start?
Probably on your introductory meeting, show up. That would be a good start. Shows a little bit more commitment. Have a good laptop to start. That also, that'll help. But
right.
No, I'd suggest
have a faster start.
Pardon?
Yeah, just have a faster start, right? Come in with kind of that energy and commitment right away.
Yeah. So. That's what I would suggest.
Yeah.
Do you have any recommendations for quarantine watch or listen? Any good books you've been reading, podcasts, shows, movies?
I don't know if what I will suggest it may not be to everyone else's, but I like the new the Michael Jordan documentary,
Oh
The
yeah,
Last Dance.
that's a real hot take there. The most popular thing on Netflix right now.
Okay. and I'm a sucker for all reality TV shows too. So like,
Which one specifically?
oh, I don't want to embarrass myself.
No, I'm very.
There's no way. I'm not saying every.
Deck. Okay. Well, actually, this is a good time because I want to pitch a reality TV show idea, and if you're a reality TV head, maybe you can tell me if this is a good idea. So I want to pitch a reality TV show that is a bunch of like sexy singles on the beach who have all lost a loved one, and a medium does the matchmaking, and we're calling it Spirit of Love.
That's almost like a cross between two reality shows already. Love is Blind and the one where they're on the beach, the singles go.
There's ghosts now.
Yeah, no, there has to be ghosts.
There's ghosts on the island.
Yeah. Well, there's a medium who does the matchmaking. Anyways, it's just something to think about.
Okay.
It's going to be really important who you cast as that medium.
Yeah. I have somebody in mind.
They're going to make the show. Yeah, I bet you do.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, hey, Damien, this has been a lot of fun. It was good catching up with you a little bit on the phone.
Wait,
we
I'm
can
sorry.
continue to do that. Okay, go ahead.
Did you watch Listen to Your Heart?
No, what's that?
Okay, he calls himself a reality TV show. Anyways, that's all we have.
Well, he's probably watching them on Netflix now. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks, Damien. Get on with your evening and enjoy your free time from now on.
Have fun with your game. Damien. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, man. Meg, you stick around.
Okay.
See ya.
See you, Damien. So our first tie.
Big tie. What was that about?
And well, clearly you had the group that Damien was part of, which used to be bigger, and then at least in this vote was basically whittled down to the four main people in that group, and the people that they had for the David M vote 2 votes ago, or now at least in this vote, weren't with them anymore. And there's probably a consequence of what happened last week, where, you know, there was a surprise result at the last second and Wayne was sent home, and a good portion of the tribe was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's a blindside. I live for it.
And I'm glad that. How do you feel about doing the revote live at the time of the tribal council?
I like that. That creates a lot of suspense.
Good. I hope so. I was nervous that Mariska wasn't here for this one or the last one, but she got her message. She got it in quickly, and so we got that sorted out.
I haven't seen Mariska in a couple weeks, or I guess it's been 1 week.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? It's like these are certainly not mandatory, but if there's going to be like a revote or something important like that, then it's good to have them around. But yeah, you know, the longer that she stays away, you know, probably the tougher it will be for her in the game. But at the same time, is out of sight, out of mind. And sometimes, you know, we saw last season that sometimes people who kind of stay quiet, they're just never the target. And there's somebody's vote, so obviously she's going to vote with somebody else, and so they can do all the work and add a vote to their own.
It's probably the least stressful way to play this game, under the radar.
For sure. You know, the fact is, though, is it's less interesting for me, and that's all that matters to me. But I'm just joking. But the thing is I also know this is a huge commitment, especially for people who haven't played before and haven't willingly decided to go through it all over again because they didn't really know what it was like. And Mariska is definitely probably the person in the game outside of Ross, maybe, with the least understanding of what she's getting into. And so I don't hold it against her at all to be missing some videos. What do you think about Navala in general and kind of what they're going through and how they're going to if they're able to, how they're going to come out of this.
I don't know. It made me feel so nervous. It feels like stressful. Like the game is really going now, and everyone is fully paranoid. And I don't know. It seems like there's pretty clear, like people are gonna know who voted against them or lied to them, and I don't know. It'll be interesting if people can do clean slate it, like Dave said, and start over this week. Then who knows what we'll see. Maybe this is an opportunity for them to really like team spirit, pull together, pep squad, underdog, win the challenges, go on a winning streak, and take them all together to the merge. Although that's never going to happen because you're going to do something crazy. I know it.
There will be some twists, and actually, the next challenge, I'm gonna let all of them know in a message tonight, but I haven't written that yet. Is the next one will be 11 head-to-heads.
Okay.
So it won't necessarily. I'll have to come up with 11 different friggin' challenge questions, but that's something I'll spend tomorrow doing. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I would like some variety in there, but I'm hoping that at least gives them a bit of a chance to answer those questions as long as they're prepared and on, because everyone will be answering their own questions and they won't be able to group think as much. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. But yeah, we could be seeing them back here again on Saturday, going down to 10.
10 to 10. And how many do the other people have right now?
14.
Ay.
Just Silas. I know, like, the funny thing is I think about that too, and like Silas, like this is the nicest time for that tribe, for the Kabara tribe. We don't have to do anything. They literally don't have to do anything.
Doing trivia with Chelsea, I bet.
Yeah, Chelsea's trying to keep them all worked, like warm, keep them all fresh. I don't know what the right saying is there, but which just goes to show, like, if John hadn't lost that challenge in that just by 2 minutes or whatever, Silas would still be here and they'd all be together, right? But just that one hiccup is what sent Silas home, and then the rest of them could be skating their way much further in the game. Do you think it's well, in last season, what we did is we had, like, if one tribe had 12 and the other tribe had 10, all 12 would still have to answer. And so it kind of has an evening factor a little bit. It doesn't guarantee that they're going to lose, but it does even it out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's too late. I can't just add that back in. But do you think for our game, maybe different than the TV show, that might be a better way to do it?
People are going to be pissed either way, and there's going to be a winner and a loser either way. So I don't know. Yeah. It doesn't feel like it's unfair, does it? Maybe.
Right.
I don't know. They would have more. I don't know.
Well, my big hope is when things do kind of get mixed up and the two tribes do get people, are playing with each other. I just hope there isn't too few Navalas that, Kabara doesn't still want to work with them, because, at the end of the day, those are all going to be valuable votes for the people on Kabara who are still having their own internal power struggle. It's just kind of cold. Like, it's still happening, but like in slow motion right now, because no one has to do anything.
And I wonder about the alliances on the Navala tribe, if they're going to stand the test of the whole game, or if it's just placeholder for some of those people who have friends on the other side.
Well, for sure. We saw David M go home, and he certainly would have been involved in some people's plans, right? And he's gone. Wayne would have been Callan's number one ally in the game if he had, if they had joined up, and so Callan lost that. Damien would have been somebody that could have been snatched up, but he seemed to be in a pretty strong alliance on this tribe anyway. And what this shows is that, like, the family, just, have lost a second number now. They lost Ross initially, and now Damien's gone. And that, the last couple of votes on Navala, we've seen the people who were in the bottom one week then be on the winning vote the next week. And so it'll be interesting to see if that happens, or if, Jim's group has to scramble a bit more. But super exciting. And do
you call your dad Jim outside of the game?
No.
Just wondering.
Yeah, no, not really.
Is it difficult?
I may start.
Transition? Or was that very natural for you to start calling him Jim?
I think there's like a split second delay where like I take a breath, or I have a think, and then I say Jim, whereas it would be natural to say Dad or my dad, but that's not professional. He's Jim for everybody else.
Here at Survivor Hamilton, we are all about professionalism.
Exactly. He's not everybody's dad. He's just mine and Graham's, and I guess Sandra and April's now too. Like, goes that way. So yeah, so I think that's it for today.
Well, I had a really good time. I should have got popcorn for that one. I love a tie.
Yeah, me too. Especially if it can be resolved in the day of, because last season too we were doing the tiebreakers the next day.
Terrible too, because you just have diarrhea all night for the next day.
Yeah, that's maybe. I don't know. I can't comment on that. Okay. Well, hey, I got to get back to writing this post, and then so everybody can celebrate in Damien's demise.
Oh.
And yeah, this was great, and look forward to seeing you again on Saturday.
I can't wait. God bless everyone.
All right. Well, take care, Meg.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.